Throughout the centuries of the Doctor's life, the face of the Time Lord has changed quite a few times, from appearing dark and mysterious to just plain right eccentric and mad. However, travelling on your own through time and space in a box for over 1,000 years could be quite a lonely deal. Luckily, the Doctor has a lot of companions along the way to brighten the adventure and explore the wide universes with. Being on board the TARDIS is no easy deal though. Companions need to be pure of heart, courageous, smart, and open to whatever's thrown into their path. With the recent announcement of a new companion, it's intriguing to guess what they'll be like. But while we wait, do you ever wonder what it would be like if the Doctor had a companion from the animated universe? Hi guys, I'm Emma, aka Doctor Who at ChannelFrederator, and we're counting through 7 cartoon characters who should have been companions in Doctor Who. Grab some jelly babies and I'll answer you through this list. Tigger, Winnie the Pooh. It's safe to say that Tigger is one of cartoon's most hyperactive characters, since he's always on the move and bouncing around. Occasionally, this craziness can lead to chaos. However, Tigger does mean well, and is just quite enthusiastic. His energy would match well with the likes of the 5th, 10th and 11th Doctor. Perhaps even more with some of the modern Doctors. They could relate to one another on being the last of their kind. In terms of adventure though, Tigger could also dash away from enemies and pounce on them to knock them sideways. The Daleks wouldn't know what hit them. Frankie Foster. Foster's home for imaginary friends. While companions were generally of a good and kind nature, there were those who had a rebellious streak and a short-tempered attitude in them. Francis, or Frankie, is rather much like Don Noble and Amy Pond put together, showing care for others, but getting her wrong side and you'll experience the fierce side of her. From even being a toddler, Frankie has met and looked after many different types of creatures, so she would be no stranger to aliens. Although, there is a fan theory that Frankie's older self has time travelled back and appearing as her grandmother. They wear quite similar clothing and both act kind but with a little spunk in their attitude. But the gap between grandmother and granddaughter seems to be a mystery, as there's very little mention of Frankie's parents. Could there be a time travel story in there already? Or could it be that Madame Foster imagined up a younger version of herself? But that's just a conspiracy. A cartoon conspiracy. Bugs Bunny, Looney Tunes. Speaking of time travelling, Bugs Bunny has quite the adventures himself. Not only did he bump into the Daleks during the Back in the Action movie, where he accidentally ran into a room full of aliens, he also featured in his own games that involve using a time machine, Bugs Bunny Lost in Time and Bugs and Taz Time Busters. During these, he would get thrown into various types of times and eras, using the current technologies and environments around him to tackle foes. Bugs may seem more like a carefree type who goes along with any kind of strange occurrence without a second questioning. However, he can easily outwit foes and dodge all types of danger. His comedic moments and fourth wall breaking could balance out the times when the Doctor's in his deep moods. But most importantly, I think we can all agree that we'd just love to hear Bugs Bunny say, what's up Doc, to the Doctor. Scooby-Doo. Some of the common traits with a few of the earlier classic companions was to be clumsy, afraid of monsters, and being prepared to run through a lot of corridors. A cartoon character that has definitely done plenty of screaming and running is Scooby-Doo. He does get scared easily, but credit where credit is due. Scooby is loyal to his friends, even with all the frights they go through, and will lead them along the mystery. Scooby has even technically met 12 and K9, the Doctor's robot dog, in the game LEGO Dimensions. Perhaps 12 is not so much the right Doctor for Scooby though, but he may go well with some of the classic Doctors, just so long as they can catch Scooby when he jumps up. Wally. Going back to the subject of robots, the Doctor has not actually had that many robotic companions in the past. K9 is actually the only one to have stayed for a good while in the TARDIS. Having a robot companion would be rather special, and a perfect choice for one would be Wally. This little robot actually shares a quality that some companions have when first meeting the Doctor, where they are stuck in a place in life that just seems to be going nowhere. But then one day, an advanced being came along and soon they got to fly away from Earth to find new life. This seemingly average waste robot was much braver than he appeared, risking his life to save others. He saw beauty in the simple things in life, a quality the Doctor loves in people, and if he ever got damaged, the Doctor would happily fix him up again. He might even add some extra gadgets onto him, but knowing Wally, he'd probably be happy the way he is, so long as he can continue to be helpful. Pearl, Steven Universe. While the Doctor likes humans because their appearance is similar to Gallifreyans, other than a few mere Time Lords, the Doctor has very few friends who could relate to him. Pearl, however, is much like the Doctor in many ways. Both appear humanoid, but are in fact much more advanced than they seem, such as having the ability to regenerate. The Doctor would certainly be amazed by many of Pearl's gem powers. Both stick around Earth to protect it from harm, and they could also have a good old natter about the different worlds and species, since they share information on them. Perhaps a strong point of their relationship would be the understanding of each other's pain over being the last few survivors of great and long wars, with Pearl's being the Gem War and the Doctor's being the Time War. The relationship of Pearl and the Doctor could be quite strong. However, while she does fight to defend and restore peace, she rarely goes in search of danger. The Doctor loves to find mysterious and perilous situations though, so this could lead to tense arguments when the Doctor puts himself in danger. Also, since she has knowledge of the universe already, perhaps nothing much would surprise her. Still, we're pretty sure Pearl will be a good friend with the Doctor. Well, Beauty and the Beast. The best of the Doctor's companions have always been clever, noble, and willing to help others, even if they could be monsters. Somebody who is certainly all of these is Belle from Beauty and the Beast. In the movie, she's shown to be fearless and independent, but unfortunately she was an outcast, ridiculed for being smart and not fitting in with everyone else. She longed for adventure and would read books to escape from her small town to these imaginary fantasy worlds. But when her father was in danger, she gave her own freedom for his, putting her life in danger for those she loved. Although, rather than be totally afraid of her imprisonment, she was amazed by the castle, and even helped the Beast to become kind and good-hearted again. These are all qualities the Doctor admires in companions, and will gladly show her all the wonderful worlds and mysterious places around the universe. He loves to show off exciting things to his companions, especially when they're just as fascinated as he is. And of course, if Belle isn't feeling up to travelling, the TARDIS has a vast library of stories from all around the galaxies for her to get stuck into. Thanks for watching 7 cartoon characters who should have been Doctor Who companions. If there was a character you think should have been on this list, leave a comment below about who you would have chosen. Make sure to subscribe and remember, Frederator loves you.